People who call Atlanta's Westside home gathered on the steps of City Hall today, announcing they're suing the city.
Yeah, they say the city is not doing enough to combat persistent flooding in their neighborhood. Atlanta News First Don Shipman live at City Hall. And so, Don, they're specifically referencing flooding from a storm that happened back in September.
Yeah, September 14th. Remember that? It rained and it flooded out streets and even homes. And those involved in this lawsuit say that if the city was properly maintaining all of the storm drains in their neighborhood, their homes would not have flooded. Atlanta News First was there. We were there live reporting on the scene. We could see these streets flooded out and a lot of these homes being flooded. Some of the streets that saw the most damage, Oliver Street, for example, Joseph E. Boone, Joseph E. Lowry. The 40-plus plaintiffs filing lawsuits point out that these are historically black neighborhoods, too. Even student dorms at Clark Atlanta University were flooded. The families blame the city, saying they're not clearing out those storm drains, which is causing dirty, sewage-laced water to rush into their homes whenever it rains.
Hit the house so hard that it shook. I think it then shook it off the foundation.
It's a heritage thing, you know. My great uncles in the 1930s, the 1920s, 1930s built these houses. They're solid. They're solid than more solid than the houses that are being built today.
And they're claiming property loss, not to mention health problems. At least one of the plaintiffs seeking $5 million in damages. We did reach out to the city for comment. We're still waiting to hear back. Live here at City Hall, Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.